Hi everyone, welcome to my second video of somatic practices. Today I thought we would do somatics of belonging. So this is something I'm choosing to do because it's something that's coming up for me in my personal life a lot. Some of the practices are a blend of what I've learned from one of my teachers, Stacy Madden and Louis Mojica of Holistic Life Navigation. So, one thing that happens when we are looking to belong and feel that sense of safety is we usually will orient or turn to people around us. And sometimes people can provide that sense of safety and belonging, and sometimes they just can't. And so, what we want to do in this practice is instead of turning to other people for our sense of belonging, and we'll explore what that sense feels like via sensation in the body, is we want to turn back towards our own sense of belonging, to ourselves. And as we explore that sensation, we can use these sensations as a place to refocus in other situations where we're looking for belonging and maybe we're not finding it because we're not always going to find it with people around us. And then we can flip the script and turn it around and resource or feel those sensations of belonging that we're practicing now or today. So the first thing to remind you of is everything is an invitation in this practice. If it's not feeling like something you're wanting to do or anything feels overwhelming, you can just shut off the video, go find something else to do, watch a video with some cats or some puppies. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to come into the body. And wait, before we do that, today for our practice, I want you to have something that'll support your back. So you can do something a little more simple than what I've done and grab a chair. Here I have a yoga block just to give me a bit of incline. And then I've got a bolster that I'm just setting against the wall, and I'm going to lean on that when it comes time in this practice. So the first thing we're going to do is just wake up our proprioception. So that's just our awareness of where our body is in space and time. So we're just going to pat down the body. You can squeeze, you can pat, or you can tap, and just notice what your body wants for pressure. So I'm going to pat. So patting down the leg. Okay, and then we're going to pat down the other leg. Before we do that, just notice, how does this leg feel compared to this leg? Then we're going to pat down the other leg. Great. And then again, just noticing. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do is pat down the arms. You can squeeze the hands together as well. Just noticing how one arm feels compared to the arm that you haven't patted down yet or squeezed. And signs of regulation that you might notice when we're doing this could be like a spontaneous deep breath that like I just took. Another thing could be your stomach is gurgling because maybe some tension is released in there. You could also notice like burping or farting even. Maybe colors look a little bit more, or a little brighter. Sometimes I notice that with what I see can become very present to me. Okay, so continuing with the patting, we're just going to, I like to make, you can use flat hands, I like to make like kind of a loose circle and just pat down the back. I really like this, I think it feels really good. Okay, and then you can pat down the tummy and the chest. This will probably be really loud on the mic. There you go. And then maybe just running your fingers along your scalp and just waking up the scalp. Just pressing on the face gently. There we go. Okay, and then just notice how you feel. I know I'm feeling warmer, and I can feel a lot of sensation in my body, particularly on my head, since that's one of the last places that we were bringing awareness to through touch. The next thing we're going to do is we're just going to anchor into something pleasant, into some pleasant sensations in our body. The way we want to do that is could do this through, I'll give you two options. You can look around the space you're in and you can just find maybe something pleasant to look at. So I can see there's a painting with some pink flowers in front of me. So if I'm looking at that and I'm finding kind of the different shades interesting, where can I notice in my body that I'm feeling that? Or a part that's present with it. So for me, that is my shoulder right here. It just feels kind of open and present with exactly what I'm looking at. And it's kind of a neutral feeling, and it's very easy to be with in my body. The sensation here is very easy to be with. The other thing you can do is you can use touch if that's more comfortable. So for example, I could take my hand's kind of warm, and I could just gently, as if you're maybe touching something with affection. Maybe that's like a small animal or a person you care about, or maybe a plant. So bringing that kind of intention as you touch, in this case, my arm, and just noticing how that feels. Can you feel that? And is it okay to be with? So we can always use some of those pleasant sensations to come back to if we're finding something unpleasant or overly unpleasant that's difficult to be with, and we can come back to these spaces like the flower or whatever you're looking at, or maybe a pleasant touch. So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to use a phrase, and I've used this before in my other video, just connecting with the different parts of our body, and we're going to look at it, and so here I'm going to connect with my hand, and I'm going to go, this is my hand. I'm just going to touch it. This is my hand. It is a part of my body, and it belongs to me. You can touch it or you can just look. It's really up to you. And then I want to go, this is my arm. It's a part of my body, and it belongs to me. And just notice if you're touching it, how that feels. You can notice how it moves. And what does it feel like to have this ownership out of your body, over your body, that part of your body, knowing it belongs to you, knowing that it's here for you and with you. Then we're going to go to the other hand. This is my hand. It does so much for me, and it belongs to me. Maybe just feeling that. And moving to the arm. Again, you can use touch or you can just look. This is my arm. It is a part of me and it belongs to me. Maybe you want to say like, hello arm. I like saying that. Hello arm. Look at how you move. And let's move just into the shoulder. So this is my shoulder. It's a part of me and it belongs to me. So yeah, how does it feel to feel your shoulders? Okay, and let's move to the leg. Actually, let's move to the feet. So we can look at our feet. These are my feet. They are a part of me and they belong to me. Our beautiful feet that take us where we need to go, whether it's just from our bed to the dresser, to the kitchen, maybe it's on a run. So just noticing how the feet feel. And then pick one leg, doesn't matter which. And maybe just, this is my leg. It is a part of me and it belongs to me. And notice what sensations you're feeling. Maybe you can feel the temperature of the room. Maybe notice where your leg is in the room. Could do a little bit of movement in the calf. And then moving up, this is my thigh. It is a part of me and it belongs to me. And just notice what you're feeling. Again, if any of this is too much, you can always move to something pleasant. And everything's an invitation. Now moving to the other leg. This is my leg. This is a part of me and it belongs to me. And then we're going to move to just the lower back. So you could take your hands and put some pressure there, or you could, again, if we're in that chair, you've set something up where you've got some back support, just feeling whatever your back is touching against the skin of your back. This is my back. It is a part of me and it belongs to me. Hello, back. Okay, and then we're just going to move to the neck and the jaw. How does that feel? Mine's very warm. This is my jaw, my neck. It is a part of me. And it belongs to me. It enables my head to move back and forth. Just noticing what you feel there. It can just be sensation. The next thing we want to do is we want to feel, what does it feel like when we feel congruence in our body or truth in our body, our own truth. So you can just think of something that's true for you, and it can be something really simple. So mine could be like, I love ice cream. Or you could think of someone or something that you love, and just saying that, either depending on where you are, either out loud or just in your mind. And just, what does it feel like when you say something that's true? I love eating ice cream with friends. What does truth feel like in your body? What does congruence feel like in your body? Notice what you knowing what your own truth in your statement feels like. And maybe there are parts of this that feel the congruence, and it's okay if your whole body's not feeling congruence with that or feeling your truth. That's fine. That's definitely the case for me. So again, I've got kind of areas that typically respond with openness to things that feel true or feel good. And so again, I'm just feeling that here in my shoulder. And it's just kind of an openness, and it's relaxed. Not tensing up with me saying something that's true. So what does it feel like to say something that you know is true for you? Okay, great. So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to notice what belonging feels like in our bodies. So what I mean by that, so this is where you want that chair or something that's giving you back support. If you can have head support as well, that's wonderful. I don't really have it here. So sitting into your seat in your chair or your chair, what does it feel like to belong to your chair? Knowing that your body belongs right where it is. There is nothing you need to do for the chair to receive its support. You belong there. And so we want to feel that through sensation. And so here we are feeling our seat or a butt. What does it feel like to just have the outline of your butt meet where you're sitting and knowing that it belongs there? That sensation of feeling that it belongs there is that it's just comfortably meeting where it's sitting. And then just noticing here on our back, how does it feel to be supported? How does it feel to know that you belong there? What parts of your back, maybe your shoulders, feel like they can just relax into the support that you're receiving? There may be parts that don't, and that's okay. Welcome those parts. They are allowed to be there. Let's shift our focus to maybe some parts that feel less tense. They don't have to feel completely relaxed, just a little more, just a little less constriction than other areas. And just savoring that, soaking it in. Are there parts that can receive rest here that feel like they're taking a deep breath, that are receiving support and knowing that they belong? And how do we know? We know through sensation. Sensation of some relaxing or some opening. So notice where you feel that. And if you have that rest or something to support your head, just let your head relax too. And notice what it feels like for your head to just relax or lean back and feel the support that it's receiving, feeling that it belongs in the position that it's in. I'll just take a couple more breaths here, really savoring it. Great. And now we're going to notice the room that we're in. So if you're in a room that, for me, I'm in my home. So I definitely, there's a lot of things that feel very familiar to me here. I've placed things in here that reflect who I am. So there's things I can look at and know that I belong. But even if you're somewhere else, maybe like on a bus route or something like that, maybe it's familiar to you, or you know that there's levels that you know that you belong where you are. So just taking in the room. And if that word belong doesn't resonate with you because of where you are, you could always just notice what are you noticing gives you pleasant sensations in the body or neutral sensations. So looking around. And just noticing, oh, I put that plant there. I chose that. I belong here. Or this is a place I'm familiar with. I chose to come here. I belong here. And again, if you're looking at something that maybe just catches your attention, you don't have to think it looks nice, but maybe just notice your eyes like to linger there. Notice, how do I feel that in my body? Where do I feel that in my body? And then noticing, are there places that maybe constrict against what you're looking at in the room that maybe don't open up, but that don't feel like um, quite like they belong in this? And just notice what that feels like. We don't need to change it. It's just giving us information. And it actually gives us a really nice contrast. Like, this is what it feels like maybe when we're not feeling completely like we belong in a space. Um, but then also being able to find the areas that do have belonging, because there's always going to be parts of us. We're never just one thing is going on and that's it. Even if there's varying levels, like one place has some constriction, one place has some less constriction, or one place just feels neutral. Maybe it's a little difficult to find something that we would call pleasant, but if we can just find something with less constriction or neutral when we look at these things, that can be a great resource to turn to when we are wanting that sense of belonging and knowing that we can find it in ourselves. Okay, and just staying with that feeling of pleasantness from whatever you're looking at in your space, and taking a breath into it, just noticing, does it stay the same? Does it get bigger? Just noticing what our body does and relating to it, not wanting to change it. Great. So that's the end of the practice for today. Let me know anything that you really liked or what worked for you, what you'd like to see more of. Definitely like, comment, subscribe. I'm hoping to consistently put out videos as consistent as possible. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Bye.